Well, hello, crafty friends. Welcome to my studio. Have I ever got some fun for us this evening? We are going to be diving into the world of die cutting. And in fact, we are going to be die cutting the most intricate and complicated die that I have used to date. And because Halloween is done and we're moving into the end of the year, I'm going holiday on us and we're doing a nutcracker. That's right. So, if you have ever done dies and have kept it simple, this is an evening for you. If you've never done dies and want to dive into the deep end, then I recommend maybe practicing on some jigsaw puzzles because this is a lot like that. So, let's get crafting and have some fun making this nutcracker that has 28 pieces. I'm ready for the holiday magic creating. Let's get going. All right. Hi, Tyra. Hi, Kim. I'm glad you're here tonight. Thanks for being here. Let me show you this absolutely wonderful nutcracker that we're going to make. Suzanne, I'm so glad that you're here as well, too. But first, you guys know that I love to try and understand a little history lesson here at the beginning to see what we can learn because learning is living and 28 pieces is a lot of pieces. Let me tell you, Jackie, it is a tremendous amount, but you're going to love it. I promise you, I've got tips and tricks for us to go through. But first, some folklore for us here. German folklore, that's where nutcrackers come from. Did you know that the nutcracker originated to be a charm of good luck? It's actually meant to be a protection in your house. Many people in Germany in the 17th century would put it in their windows, by their doors, or hang it on their Christmas trees. And that was to be a sign of strength and protection. But of course, the real use of a nutcracker was to crack nuts. At dessert around German tables at traditional times of the year, the nutcrackers would come out. Sometimes they were the soldiers that we know as a traditional nutcracker today, but sometimes they were animals like a squirrel, and they would crack the nuts and enjoy that with their desserts. I think that's something that we should bring back because I know, for example, my friend Claude has a wonderful collection of nutcrackers, but I don't think we've ever cracked any nuts with them. So that's a little bit of folklore for us. I have set up today to help us go through and be kind of methodical as we're doing this. Because I'm telling you, once you get going with this, it works really well. Let me take my notes and put them behind me. I may even crack out my reading glasses, friends. That might actually happen tonight. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Sydney. I'm so glad you guys are here. First, a little show and tell. My favorite thing to show and tell, of course, is this guy right here. Everybody say hi to Fred in his Hawaiian shirt. I love that he comes to my live streams and keeps Luigi fairly calm and keeps the technology working pretty great for us. Hi, Jenny. It's so good to see you here tonight as well, too. So, Fred, thank you for being with us this evening as well. And I'm going to go ahead and change out to our view here so I can show you a couple of things as we're looking. So this is the die that we're going to be using here. Let me show you what I've already created. This one here is a little bit of purple going on some snowflake background, some joy to the world, a little fa la la in there for you. Yes, it's true. We're getting into the spirit of the season. So that's one of these guys that I've made so far. And you can see pretty quickly, I look like I'm an expert making these. That's how well engineered this die is to be able to do that. I love the details that I'm going to show you all about. So there's one in blue. And then I just feel like this guy on the candy cane stripes is just near and dear to my heart. I think it's so good to be able to have these. So what we're going to do is show you how these nutcrackers come together. But first, I'm going to tell you how I got to doing these nutcrackers all together. So Fred, I have some what do we call them? Overlays. And in the overlays, there's the one that shows the first inspiration piece. Can you put that one up for me while I just decorate my shelf here for a moment with my little cards? Which, by the way, I'm going to send because they're not just art and they're from my heart. Okay, so this one, friends. So Sherri, who is Fred, can you put that back up? Sorry. Sherri, who is my friend from Paper Crafters Workshop. In fact, she's the owner there, created all of these. And one day when I was in her store, I was going to buy a nutcracker, I think a stamp, something very simple. And in fact, she asked me if I was up for a little bit of a challenge. And as you guys know, I kind of like me a little challenge. So she walked me through how she made these and has actually shared a PDF resource that she has done that I can share with anybody who's interested in getting that tonight as well too. Show me the next one, Fred, and you'll see a little bit more close up how Sherri, like, look at these. She just had fun with this. So working from the, I think, left side of the screen, there is the guy who seems to be inside a frame. I love him. Next in the center, we have a bald. Fred, I'm not saying anything, but a bald Nutcracker. That can happen too. He's got a little mustache going on there with his eyebrows. And then she showed me again how she made a couple more changes and made this pink lady that is just so, so cute. And in fact, her lips look a bit Botox to me. I don't know if anybody else can see that detail in the picture. So go ahead and take that down, Fred. I am going to get ready to, let's see if we can get this right. Okay, so we're going to get crafting. So first and foremost, you need to know, I wasn't kidding when I said there are 28 pieces to this set. Now, what I have tried to do to organize myself is put them on strips of magnets, because these are little metal die pieces. And when I put them on, I tried to group them into the pieces of the crown, for example, his beard, the embellishments on his clothes, his face. Now, he does come with some neat things. You can see back in the picture here, there's a drum he could stand on. He can hold the drum. There's a candy cane stick that he can do, or, Claude, I don't know what you call this, but in the military band, when you're conducting the band and you have that, not baton, I think there's something else, because there's some neat different things we can create. If you're there, Claude, let me know that there's a name for that thing, that when you're at the front of the band. Anyways, that's what I'm talking about there, friends. But these are all the pieces. Now, usually when we get together, I want to create a card for you. But what I'm going to do tonight is a slightly different variance of that. A staff. Yeah, Kim, I would go with staff. I think that sounds good. It's a mace. Thank you, Claude. That's our military man telling me the right things indeed. Okay, so what I've done is I've actually cut out the pieces that I want to create the first one we're going to do. And you can see here, if I come in close, that some of the dies I've left the pieces in to help organize me. So this kind of part of the bowl is his shirt. These are his legs and boots. This is his face, crown, and hair. Let's see if this organization path is going to work. As a second choice, I also have put one little dish of all the pieces. We'll see how easy that is. If we have time, I will show you the die cutting process to get the pieces all put together, because I'm telling you, these are lovely to make once we get going. But for now, we're going to start with assembly, working our way backwards. And if I can get this all done well, we'll put them on a card too. So here we go. First thing I'm going to do, give myself some room and move these guys over. Not putting my glasses too far away. Move these guys over so that we can start building. Now, things that we'll need to make sure that we're doing this right. A little itty bitty glue bottle that's got a very fine tip. In fact, there's a pin in it at the end. I'm also going to bring out my slightly larger glue nozzle on my favorite glue press. This one is called the glue press. So I've got that. The coolest thing about this particular die is that it makes use of all the little scrap paper I have. So when I make a card, I save pieces that are of a certain size and I keep them by color. So you can see here that I've organized myself to have some foils, some blacks and browns, red, whites, and greens for my Christmases. All of the different colors go here. So I've got these that I've pulled out of my scrap bin to keep me going. When you're die cutting, you can use the creativity of having those little extra pieces, because let's face it, this little guy is his coat. So there's no need to have a huge piece of paper. We can use scraps left over from other projects. So I feel like if there were awards being handed out for environmental consciousness around our Christmas card givings, this would be a good time to do it. So, all right, let's see. How are we going to put this together? I don't know, Lori, if in the chat you feel like telling people about our time at your breakfast bar. Were we watching football with the boys, I think, when we got to trying this? I think Lori, who is a serious puzzler, did not love doing this, but man, did she ever get me organized. Okay, so I've got my tweezers here. The thing about these tweezers is that they are reverse tweezers. So when I'm not touching them, they're closed. When I squish them, they open up. That means that I can use them not only to just hold something in a traditional sense that I might need for a, just gonna move a light and see if I can get a little better light on that. Maybe that's a bit better. But I'm going to clamp when I glue down the different pieces. So in this one here, I've got the first little sleeve we're going to put on our guy. And most of these pieces are very little. So I'm going to go ahead. Look how organized I am, guys. I got a little pin cushion to put my pins into. I'm going to go ahead and put just a little smidge of the glue. There we go. And then I'm going to connect his arm to his shoulder sleeve here. And I'm going to put that together. I'm going to tilt that a little bit. You have a little bit of wiggle time for your glue to set. So now we have clamped. Let me see if I can get that close to you guys. The little sleeve to the shirt. Guess what? He's got another sleeve we're going to do the exact same thing to. A little bit of glue back here. I don't think it makes a difference if you glue the sleeve to the shoulder or the shoulder to the sleeve. I will say in this die, you do have choices though, because of the different elements that you can use with your dies. He has longer arms if he's going to use that mace. Would you like that, Claude? I used the right word. Shorter arms if he wants to be beating the drum that he's holding. All right, so we've got a little bit of his jacket going on here. I love that you said I nailed it, Lori. That's a very sweet thing to say indeed. Okay, so now on his front of his jacket, and I'll tell you, just like when you're doing a puzzle, you keep the lid of the puzzle with the picture nearby you. This guy is sitting just right off camera here for me to see. Maybe I can get him a bit more on camera and not mess anything up. There he is. Okay. So this is sort of the bib inside his shirt. That's going to go on there. I'm going to move my tweezers. Okay. So we've got that on his bib. Now I'm going to, let me think, I'm going to do his embellishments. Let's do that. So on his front there are the laces that are going to go across. Look at this little guy. Okay, this is why we need a little fine tipped piece here. All right. Now you guys tell me, are you already looking forward to Christmas? Is this something that you want to wait until the 24th of December before you even say Merry Christmas? Because I do know some people that bah humbug and don't love doing that. But I also know I know a specific Christmas queen who's here in the chat. If you're a Christmas queen, feel free to raise your hand in the chat and tell everybody. All right, I'm putting this one on. But where are you guys at with the Christmas spirit? You feel like it's going to be a good year? I feel like the universe has had a lot going on, and that, it's a good time for us to revel in some peace and unity that can come with this season. Okay, so there we go there. Now I'm going to do some of the embellishments on his jacket here. So you know what, this tiny little glue bottle, Jackie, this is a great one. This is actually called reptile glue. And the reason that I like this glue is that the guy that formulated it in Florida, in the United States, he was a tile worker and had his own company for a number of years. And his wife was a scrapbooker. So she kept saying to him she needed a better paper adhesive. Well, he'd worked with tiling adhesive his whole life, went into his garage when he retired, tinkered around with formulations, and came up with this. And let me tell you, it is such a beautiful product for drying clear, for drying quickly, for holding well, all those good things. So reptile glue, I will find a link and put it into the notes when we're there as well too, Jackie, I promise you. All right. So tiny little bit of glue on the waistband of his coat. Hey, Claude, another military uniform question for you. Is it a coat, a jacket, a shirt? What are we making on this Nutcracker, would you say, in your military expertise here? All right, so there's a little bottom embellishment for his coat. I'll call it a coat for now. Let's get his belt going on. Now, I might break out those glasses. I have to date not put my glasses on in front of anybody else, right? Okay. All right, here we go. A little bit of glue going for the middle right here, just under the white shirt. It's a tunic. I didn't even think of the word tunic, Claude. I love that we are doing this and that you have all this wisdom you can share with us. Okay, so maces are the staff-like things that they use at the front of the parade, and tunics are the uniform coat we are putting together. Now, next on this tunic, we are going to need a belt buckle, because what's a belt without a buckle, my friends? I think they call that elastic bands, right? All right, so here we go. All right, a little bit of glue, not too much. When you're gluing foil, which is what this little gold is, you want to be a little less liberal with your glue because it squishes out beyond the paper and it's hard to get it off the foil. Okay, you guys, this is the moment when you've finished, like, say, for example, in a puzzle, the whole border, and you feel like you're really making something. Look at that. It's already cute. Is that cute? Tell me it's cute, you guys. Okay, now we need some shoulder lapels. Feel free, Claude, to carry on with new names and better words if you have them. By all means, we like to be in good adherence with our rules. So I'm going to put this guy down here. Put my gold, I think I've even heard this called flashing. Did I just make that up? I don't even know. Okay, so that's one gold one. Now, when you are cutting these out one by one, you're guaranteed to have all the little pieces right where you need them when you need them. It's entirely possible that I don't know where this other gold shoulder flashing is. So we might have to cut something out to get him done correctly. All right. An epaulette. Did I say that correctly, Claude? Man, do I ever wish that I could put you on so that you could actually just narrate as we're going with this. Fancy shoulder pads. I love it. Fancy shoulder pads. Now, this particular die is actually meant to be a dancing nutcracker, which if I show you these little legs, these little pants here, you can see this big hole. Well, what you do in this is you lift the tunic part up, you put a foam square in the center, and then his legs will wiggle back and forth on the card. And it's not something that I'm a total fan of. So I'm actually going to take these very fancy scissors and I'm going to bring his legs down to just that level. So I don't need that little guy here. I'm going to flip over my tunic. I'm going to put a little glue on the top of his pants. And I'm going to attach them so that you can see his little pants. I don't know why I keep saying little pants, because they're probably, if he's a soldier, not too little at all. We've got that, and let's just clamp that. Is anybody counting how many pieces we have so far? All right, so here's his entire little, I keep saying little, that's not good. That's not what I mean, friends. Okay, so his tunic is coming together. We may be missing a piece here. That's okay, we'll find it. We've got his shirt coming together. And I think what we're going to do next are his boots. And I think the boots are just designed so pretty because they have these nice little embellishments on them. So let me get one of my tweezers here in gold. Now, I can see here in my studio that there's little markings for these laces that I can place them in the exact right place. You could, with this, instead of cutting out this piece of the die, you could actually just use a jelly roll pen and color those in. Oh, well, let's get a little more glue than that, Sherri. Okay, trying again. Hey, you know what? So Fred and I are living in a townhouse while we sort out building our dream home in Northern Ontario. And because it's a small townhouse, we have never put a Christmas tree up. But guess what? I was at Kim's place not too long ago, and she inspired me with her Christmas tree trial that she was doing. Yes, Kim, you did. And Fred and I have agreed we're going to put a Christmas tree up this year. Hey, Darcy, how are you? I'm so glad that you're here. Okay, so that's one little piece of laces on his boots. Eric, you're an accountant. Why don't you count how many pieces we've put together so far? Although you might be busy doing your own painting, I think you're doing tonight. Okay, 2 little pieces. Just give that a little extra squish. And this is neat. On the die, this tiny little piece here is actually like the toe of his boot showing forward. So I'm going to put that on because even though it's black on black, it is such a cute little feature that makes the little, I keep saying little, it's because these things are tiny. That's why I'm saying that. It's putting it together to make it just this extra pop that I'm sure we'll show in the great photography that I will do at some point. Okay, let's put him over here and let's finish our other little boot. Little. It's little. I'm telling you, friends, these are really little. All right. Anybody got a guess on how many pieces we've done so far? I am thinking I better put those glasses on. Yeah, I am so happy to have a tree this year, Kim. It has been a lot of years. And I think COVID, we didn't do much Christmas decorating at all during that period. So Okay, so Sydney says we're about 13 pieces. I believe her. She knows how to calibrate things. Okay. All right, there we go. That's one. Here's two. Okay. Now, what else? Oh, do you know what? While I'm doing this, Fred, can you put up the overlay about the just launched program that we just launched? Is that one close to you that you can put that up? Let's see if we're testing Fred's listening. Oh, we've got 17. Yes. So here we go. This 17 pieces maybe so far. So a few weeks ago, I shared with you guys that the Paper Crafters Workshop has become my first partner. And in the partnership, they are running my first program, which is actually my first product. And I'm very happy to say that for their beautiful store, we're doing a Canada-wide card swap, handmade card swap. And we just closed our registration yesterday for this first one, which happens here in November, with 41 incredible crafters. I am so pleased to be ambassador to my first program. And Sherri and Matt at the Paper Crafters Workshop and Darlene and all the people there have been just incredible to work with. So I'm feeling very blessed and very lucky indeed. I am so, so happy. And I think there's at least one person on the chat tonight that is participating in the Canadian version of this November one. Would she like to identify herself? Because I can out you if you want me to, Sydney. Okay, there we go. So we've got two boots. Now let's put those on him. And, okay, on the picture, the Nutcracker has one shoulder pad missing. Ha! You know what? The mace covering it up. Yeah, you know what? That is true. But if I show you back again the ones that I made, I assure you they had, wait, where's the camera? They had two little shoulders. I should maybe follow this guy. Anyways, if we've lost it, I will cut another one. Fortunately, it's only paper. Okay, so let's get his boot. Notice I didn't say little boot. Glued to his pant leg with the toe down. And we're going to come down. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to, let's just pull that off for a second here. Take off these bottom cuffs because I've made his legs a little shorter. So I don't want, because I want to put him on a card. And the natural length of the die is designed to be 6 inches. And my cards are 5.5 tall, I think this one will be. So he's got a fit. And I see her, Fred, put it up on the screen so everybody can see who she is in my first ever product. I don't know if Fred is, I think Fred suffers from the listening to the delay and it bothers him. So he is probably going to put Sydney's comment up any second now. And if he's not, that's okay. I'll just tell you, Sydney, I am so pleased. Thank you for your support. I know you love making cards. I would not have ever started making cards if it wasn't for you, Sydney. So thank you for teaching me all you knew. I'm so glad that you're going to be in the card swap. Okay, so how are we doing? His tunic, his epaulette, his boots, his belt, all of that stuff. It's coming together. It's really coming together, friends. I promise you. Okay, I think he needs his personality to start shining through. Let's get his face on here. And just before we do that, what color eyes should I give him? Maybe we'll do, he can have, he's German. We should do some little blue eyes, right? So see how on this particular one, this piece, there are two holes, and that's what shows through his eyes. So often they do black just behind it. But I'm just going to show you really easy. A little piece of paper in the back will give us his little blue eyes. So all I'm going to do is just put that behind his face before I start putting him together so that he has some blue eyes. All right, so we've got his face. Hey, I don't know if my mom is online tonight. Has anybody seen my mom? She has been getting ready for her minister to leave and go to their new church. That happens with ministers. They do that. And so I'm making a card for her this week for him. She gave me some pretty neat instructions. Okay, his little blue eyes are on. Again, with the little Sherri. My goodness. Okay, on his collar here, we're going to put his face. Actually, that's not the right glue. I want to use this guy. Really, I do. There we go. A little bit of glue. Okay. Kim, I'm curious. Did you decide to keep the tree that you were trying out, or are you going to look for another one? We were testing out the lights to see how we liked them, and we weren't sure yet. Okay, so now his face is on. Let's build his crown, or actually the couple little pieces I should do are his hands. So let me get this ready. So the way they built the hands is really great because the hands are sort of hanging off, if you will, of the cuff. So it's a two-step process, but it looks really cute when we do it. So this is going to be the little cuff that goes on the sleeve, but his little hand that I cut out to match his face is going to go on this piece here. So not only will it be hidden, but it actually makes it stronger so that I can lift the entire die up. Oops, gonna have to go off camera for a second to hold that up. And yep, this is where I think Lori bowed out of the process and agreed to be my paper color selector when we were doing it at her house. Okay, so here's that tiny little hand. And I'm going to clamp that down. And now I'm going to put a little bit of glue onto his sleeve to get that cuff and hand on the end of his sleeve. All right. Your tree is set up in your new apartment? Oh my gosh, Tyra, that's amazing. Did your mom come and help you decorate, or are you doing it all yourself? That's a pretty fun thing because your mom always helps me. Oops. A little more glue on that one. I knocked it off. All right. Here we go. Okay. My silence means I'm thinking hard and trying to get it right. Okay, so now we've got that one done. We'll just do the same on the other side here. Feel free to talk amongst yourselves while I get this one set up. Now, something that I had a lot of fun doing when I tried this was switching up the colors and enjoying a whole new look to the Nutcracker. The other thing that Sherri showed me from Paper Crafters Workshop was that you could use the same pieces for different things. So you remember the one I showed you that was a girl with I said she had Botox lips. She used the beard and the mustache to make her ponytail and her Botox looking lips, which I've never done Botox, but I feel like I'm one of those people that can always tell when somebody has. I'm not criticizing them. I just say that I can tell. All right, so clamping down that next one there. So now we have some pieces all put together. He's really coming to shape, and I want to get his hair right, which is what I've saved in these little pieces. But first, I'd like to see his crown and face come together. So the crown is a couple pieces that I'm going to put together separately here, starting with the, you see in the picture still? This is what we're going to build now, this part. Okay, so we'll let Fritz go and rest over there. So we're going to take this piece here that's red, and we're going to put it on the base, which is black. So he's very traditional and matchy-matchy in this one. Our next one won't be quite as matchy-matchy. I hope you'll like the colors I've chosen. Let me just get this turned around so I can do this all together. And I'm putting this right over top of the bottom so that it fits right onto this embellishment behind his crown. Okay, so now black is on red. Now let's make him royal and give him this tiara. Who doesn't love a tiara? Man, if there was a reason to wear a tiara anywhere I went, I would do it. I really would. Sometimes I look at the pictures of like the royals and I think, why aren't they wearing crowns? If I was allowed to wear a crown, I would wear a crown everywhere I went. In fact, Lori, when I come for coffee next, I am totally going to wear a crown. And if you have one, I invite you to wear it as well. And Aaron, don't you worry about not being able to chat. I know you're here, and I am going to bring over these Nutcrackers tomorrow and finish them into cards because there's no way that I'm making them all cards tonight. Okay, so now, see on our picture, it's red at the bottom, then the gold, then the black. So I'm just putting the red down towards the bottom, but not over the bottom of the red here. Did that make sense? The bottom of the bottom? Okay, so now we have a crown on top of the red, and what you can see just behind my tweezers here is the red is showing through. So it's a very nice little embellishment, if you will. but there's also this cherry on top. So let's get that done correctly. I'm going to flip this over. Did I mention, does anybody have a count? I think we were at 17 last time we counted. So by all means, if you think you know how many pieces there are yet, and I think the 28 includes the drum, the candy. So we're not necessarily using 28 every time we make one of these. I have opted to keep it simple, friends, and if you can call it simple, and only do the Nutcracker. Okay, so now we've got the red ball on top, the black, the gold on top of the red. So his crown is ready. Now, everybody ready to do an eek? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, he's so cute. I cannot remember if in the test runs we put the hair on first, but I don't think so. So I'm going to go ahead. He's royal. He is a soldier. I love him. And I'm going to go ahead and put his crown on and get that anchoring. A little bit of glue along there. All right. While I do this, hey, Fred, you know the next week's session is particularly important, next week's live stream. So I have an overlay you can put up so I can tell everybody a little bit about it. I am so very excited. Lisa from Silveria Jewelers and Karen from Michael House are going to join me, and we are going to do a live stream from Lisa's jewelry store. Yes. And we are going to do it as a kickoff to Lisa's charitable givings for the season. So Lisa ordered 100 of my handmade cards and then came over and helped me make it. And so next week's live stream, we are going to be announcing to the public that they can come into her store and choose a card that we have made for any donation amount to Michael House. And I am so proud to be part of this. We did a test run in the store today with the team. Karen from Michael House is going to be joining us there as well. So we will have the whole kit and caboodle. And friends, let me tell you the part I'm really excited for this to be a wonderful fundraiser. I'm really, really pleased to be doing this with my friend. I accidentally took his cheek off. Let me fix that. But I'm really super excited to get to make a card in her store while we live stream on top of a counter full of diamond jewelry. That's right, the diamond counter, and I'm going to make a card on top of it. I don't know why I think that's just going to be auspicious, but it is. So the campaign is kicking off, and Lisa, I just thank you for your sponsorship and your belief in the mission of Michael House and the wonderful work that they do. We are going to do a great job of ensuring that anybody who wants can make a donation of any amount for the cards. And we're going to support Michael House in the best way possible. So if you have been tuning in regularly, that's wonderful. Next week, all the more important for you to tune in because it's my first sponsored live stream. We're kicking off a charity campaign. We're going to have lots and lots of fun and excitement. And I am so pleased to have the opportunity to serve in this way with my newfound YouTubing skills. Okay, so he's got some blue eyes. I put his nose and cheeks on. We're getting ready to move to his hair. His hair and his mustache, which is right over here. Oh, let's put his mustache on. Okay. Hey, it's November, and I think Movember is a big thing that happens where men grow mustaches, whether they can or they can't, and take donations for, I think, men's cancer research is what Movember is for. So I am going to put his mustache on him. And there we go. And even if you can't see it in the video, I'm telling you, there's little guides to each part of this so I know where to put things. And I know when I'm a little bit crooked and don't have it exactly right, but that's okay. The glue gives me a bit of float time to get it right. Okay, so his mustache is on. Now, the hair. Now, this is interesting. This is a piece that Sherri, when I was getting this in the store, made sure that I knew. So let me just poke these out. So these look a little bit like an R, and it's going to take me a second to remember. They go on either side, but because Spellbinders created this in a way that is just perfectly perfect, we have these other little pieces that are his curls with little embellishment on it. So I'm not taking the eyebrows out yet. We're going to come to that in a minute. Okay, so we've got, anybody have the count of how many whatchamacallits, die cut pieces we've used yet? Okay, so I'm going to put a little glue on the back here. And this is what's going to hold down. Now, what I've learned is that these guys are meant to be the anchor for the hair. And I've got the wrong one because they're left and right, so that it has something to hang on to. So just like when we made the hands on the cuffs, this is another little trick that they've engineered into. Do I have this right? Hang on, I got to look at them frontwards. And no, I was right the first time. Nope, it's this way. Okay, so just like a puzzle piece that you got to pick up and turn around and around and around. Yeah, Lori, I agree. We're at 1,000 pieces so far, which is my crafting, my puzzle making minimum or maximum. I don't do more than 1,000 piece puzzles, and in fact, I'm okay with 300 pieces in a puzzle, friends. All right, so we've got one anchor on. Let me just give that a squeeze while we get the other one set up. And I'm always trying to learn as I'm doing these things, so I don't know if it's better to glue onto the anchor or glue onto his head. Put the glue on there first. I think it's maybe 6 in one, half a dozen in the other, but if anybody has an opinion of what would be more efficient, I'm all ears. Okay, so you can kind of see it looks like he's got hair now, but let me show you the difference. It's so super cute. I thought of skipping this step when I saw it, but if I just put this in the back of my hand, see the little waves that are in his curl? Okay, let's try and get this right, friends. It may require you to light up the chat while I quietly put this together. I also don't remember if I put the bottom curl on first or the top curl. We're going to go bottom up. That's what we're doing. All right. And the curls are also left and right, so I'm going to pick them up until I find the right one, just as if I was doing a puzzle. Okay, so there is curl number 1. And I feel like you are going to be curl number 2. Is that the right side? Okay. All right, while I do this, do you know what I'd like you guys to do? I'd like you to tell me your favorite Christmas carols, because I am working on my holiday Christmas card series, and YouTube would like me to use original music in anything that I'm making a jingle of. Oh, look at his little hair. And so I'm actually working to compose it with GarageBand, if you guys are familiar with that Apple product. And I have a couple ideas. But if you would tell me your favorite Christmas carols, that helps me understand a bit about your vibe when it comes to Christmas music, which might actually help me in the creation of my jingle for my live streams. No, not live streams, my holiday series. And my holiday series, I am very excited to say, is going to be a daily new video for a card for 24 days. We start on American Thanksgiving, which is the 28th of November. And we're going straight through to the 1st of December. And Fritz is going to be in the first video that we do for that holiday series. Oh my gosh, is he done? You guys, no, his shoulder, foiled. Oh, and his eyebrows. My goodness, as a girl who really appreciates a good eyebrow game, I cannot forget to do his eyebrows. Okay. Fritz, don't fail me now. And we're going to find a little piece of gold to cut that other epaulette. Fancy shoulder pad, as Claude said. Do not know why the glue decided it's not working now, but that's okay. Because in the process of learning my live streams, I have improved and put a cushion with my pins on it. There we go. One eyebrow here. We're going to do this eyebrow over here. Going to be getting close to 28 pieces. And you know what? I haven't seen anything in the chat for a little bit here, which makes me wonder. Everything on my side looks like I am streaming and things are going correctly. But if somebody could just say hi in the chat, that would be helpful for me. And actually, maybe I'll say hi in the chat too, so that I know we're still broadcasting and I haven't lost everybody. So there's my hi. Ooh, good King ones. That's okay. I see Claude. I see Fred's hi. Okay, so it does look like we're still broadcasting. In that case, everybody get off your thinking and tell me what your favorite Christmas carols are, so I can help in my research for my jingle that I have to make. Okay, we have eyebrows. Look at that, little eyebrows. I love it. I love it. Thank you for saying hi, guys. I'm glad to know that everybody's there. I know I am mesmerizing all of us with this beautiful little guy here. And now let's take a tiny piece of gold. Let's find the little epaulets. Let's just look under here in case he's sitting there. He's not. Okay, so remember what I said about scrap paper. This is so good because honestly, look at how small a piece I need to cut to get this. I'm just going to go straight across. So I've got this, bringing out my tiny little, it's called the sidekick. And this is going to cut out our other fancy shoulder pad. Let me just put that on there and roll this through. So the day that I learned how to do this, I was sitting at Lori's kitchen counter watching football. And this little guy is so portable. It came with me. Silent Night is such a favorite one of mine. That is good. Okay. So now I'm going to put this back on my magnet so I don't lose it. I've got an extra little one in case I lose one for the next guy. And we're going to take this. Oh, the drummer boy. Trish, thanks for saying that. That's a good one. I appreciate that one. Okay, here we go. Kim, I'm fixing his shoulder. So we have two, and he's matchy-matchy. All right. Here we go, friends. Oops, need my tweezers. Hey, Trish, do you know if Mom is watching? She might have trouble. Sometimes YouTube thinks she's a robot. And she can't make comments, but maybe she's there. Oh, Ashley, hi. How are you? All right. Is Logan watching with you, Ashley? I would love it if he is. Hi, Logan. Nana loves you. Okay, friends. I'm looking at the time clock stamp that says 41 minutes that we've been doing this. And there is one. Yes, one Nutcracker, my friends. Okay, that's a little bit of work. But what do you think? Is this super cute or what? I think it's pretty super cute. And the mini die cutter Claude is absolutely adorable. It can go with me anywhere. It can come to your kitchen counter too. All right. So Fritz number one, we're going to put you aside. Now that we've done it once, I feel like I'm in the zone and I'm going to know how to do this a little bit faster. And I'm going to go ahead and bring over my one dish wonder. Now, what I do have to do is cut his hair. And I think I made his beard a lovely gray. So we're going to put him so he can be on camera for you as well. Look it. Remember those things that was this called? Nailed it. I think I nailed it, guys. That's the first one. Okay, now we're going to riff a little bit here. First thing I'm going to do is cut me some gray to go with his beard. Not that anybody I know has any gray in his beard. So do you think it would still take 41 minutes if you weren't streaming? No. If I could do this silently, I think it could take 4 minutes, but I might be exaggerating. I have cut this a little bit too small. That's okay. We're going to go back because it's only paper. I'm going to cut myself a little bigger piece. And here we go. Okay, now something I'd love everybody to know. So last week and the week before, I was streaming and I simultaneously broadcast to my Facebook page. And here's what I've learned. So you guys know I'm a YouTuber now because here we are on YouTube. My goodness, Fred, can you put Kim's one up on the screen? Because I am so a Dolly Parton fan, and I'm telling you, I absolutely would love any Dolly. Maybe Dolly Parton could do my theme song. Would that be fun? A little Dolly Parton? Oh man, I love that idea. So, okay, move this back out of the way, nail him down. So let's get our hair, because remember I was keeping the hair and the dyes for the last one that I just showed you. So now I'm going to get him some curls. And I think in that last one, I remembered a piece of it that I can improve the process with here. So I'm going to take all the little pieces, his little mustache, his eyebrows, and I'm going to put his curls on his hair. I think that's what is supposed to be done for the anchors. So let's just quick do this. And what I was telling you is as a YouTuber, okay, so here's what you need to know. I am in a race with myself to accumulate the watch hours that I need and the subscribers that are required for me to meet the requirements of the YouTube paid partner program. So YouTube ultimately pays its creators for the, you're not late at all, Mom. Mom is here, everybody. Everybody say hi to Glow. Mom is Gloria. You can call her Mrs. Griffin if you're traditional. You can say hi to Glow. She goes by Glow as well. You're in perfect time, Mom. There's no such thing as late. So, last week, as I said, I was simultaneously broadcasting through my Facebook channel and my Instagram channel. And while that is great for what they call reach, finding new people and getting a bigger audience, which is good, it doesn't count towards my YouTube watch hours, which I can't get into the paid partner program and make this my full-time career if I don't have the hours. So I'm asking everybody to watch on YouTube because that is what is accumulating these important factors for me to get my and meet my goal. Now, next week, because we're doing the live stream from Lisa's store as well, I will go back to being on the broader audience of Facebook as well. But until I reach my goal and can get invited into the YouTube paid partner program, I'm going to stick to streaming on YouTube, which means I might have slightly less reach right now as I'm growing my audience, but it's an important thing to be able to get there and then grow, right? We don't want to just grow by leaps and bounds for the sake of growing. We want to be able to do it right. So, yeah, you know what? Tyra Fred put that up with what Tyra just said. I totally agree. When I can't sleep, I love to listen to something. Maybe it's because my dad read stories to us as we were a kid, and it's just such a relaxing feeling. So, by all means, please watch the replay and go ahead. You can watch this as often as you want. The other thing that really and truly makes a difference and helps with my adventures here on YouTube is when you are sharing this, commenting on it, liking it. All of those things are like, it's better than giving me a $20 tip. I'm telling you, it's such a good thing for the YouTube algorithm to realize that you like what I'm doing enough that you want to tell your friends about it too. And it makes the algorithm light up. Every month, I have been doing better and better. And now YouTube has given me more and more access to the information in the studio, so I know what I'm doing. Okay, believe it or not, those are two very meaningful little pieces. Here are some eyebrows and mustaches. I'm going to go looking for his face so I can put that together right away. And I'm going to have to decide what color eyes I'd like on this one. Also, I wonder if there are other fun names that we can come up with. So first I'm going to put his mustache on him because I feel like that really grounds me on where I am. Yes, comments are like cash. They really do make a big difference in the YouTube algorithm. So commenting on the replay, sharing, liking, those are all really, really important things that are helping me in this journey. So please make sure you do that. And of course, hey, Tyra, my girl, do I have you? Hello, hello, hello. I knew it. So, okay. So, you know what? I am feeling like we can make our absolutely beautiful. Oh, this is close. He's close. He is Fritz's friend. Okay, so we've got that. Let me get his little hair going on him. Again, I'm back with the littles. Okay. I'm gonna put the glue on his face. Oh, I forgot to put the color behind his eyes. Let me do my glue. Clearing my glue. Getting my pin to clear my glue. Try that again. Okay, and if I've done this right, I've got the right side glued for the wrong, yes I do, look, I got the glue on the wrong side, friends. That's okay, put that one down, pick this one up. No, I feel like I had it right the first time. Oh, it goes this way, I gotcha, we got this close, we're getting there. Okay, first side of curls, ready to go. Now, remember I said that my friend Sherri, who has one R in her name, also has some really nice examples of what we can do. She was switching up what to do, but there is a little beard that we're going to put onto our beautiful Klaus here as well. Okay, so we've got his curls on both sides. Let me get his beard, and I'm just going to look at a picture of one. Oh, here's one with the beard. Let me see. Did I do one? Yeah, it goes right under the mustache like this. Okay, so a little dab will do. Here we go. Getting our tweezers ready. On it goes. And he is connected. Now, if I don't fill in behind his eyes, whatever I put behind the, whatever paper I put behind it will show through. So he really does need a little piece behind him. And I feel like green is going to be very pretty. And I'm going to go with just that little, oh, I'm not doing the same green as his pants. I decided against that, friends. We're going to go with, what's a good eye color here? Black is what they use traditionally in a bunch of things, but I think I'm going to go for, well, maybe I could do a different green. That's what I really want, green eyes. Klaus is going to have green eyes. Okay, so a little piece of paper on the back so we can have some green eyes. Okay, so we heard that there is liquid glue gun accessible. Have we heard where that liquid? Oh, this guy, this one. Actually, when I was at the Paper Crafters Workshop, she had them in stock and great. It did sell out when it first came onto the market because it was such a hot tool that nobody knew we needed. And when it came out, it sold out immediately. But I do believe it is back in stock at almost every place that you would shop for paper crafting supplies. And I will get a link. Fred, can you put the website for Paper Crafters? Because I know they ship Canada, US really easily and for really good rates. So if you wouldn't mind putting the Paper Crafters Workshop either in the chat or on the bottom of the screen, that would be helpful. And just putting this on the back here so that when we turn him over, okay, I was right. His green eyes, let's focus on that, are cute. Okay, whew. Give him some eyebrows. And then his face, we need the little pieces of the face to make him really cheerful and come to life. And we're going to go. Kathy Zilski is a really beautiful paper crafter who makes cards, who's the first person I saw on YouTube and follow all her videos. She says, boop, when she puts down either a little gem or something cute like this. And I'm telling you, our little guy has come to a beautiful, beautiful pace. Now, let's see. I'm going to try, since we're going in a different order today on this one, if I can get his tunic. Thank you again, Claude, for teaching us. His tunic put together and put him on it. And we'll see him come together and come to life. All right. I'm with you, Ashley. That was a never knew I needed type of thing. And once I had it, it really made everything much easier. Okay. So the other thing to know about my YouTube journey here, guys, is that I'm not sponsored by the brands that I'm using. I am using these to practice my YouTube videos and because I really love these products. I'm only using things that I've absolutely fallen in love with, know how to use, would recommend you use it as well too, and have fun doing these things. And Spellbinders is a wide-reaching company with lots and lots of options of what to enjoy, and they make extremely beautiful quality in their products. So I'm always happy to try anything new that they bring out. Okay, so we've got our jacket being built, and because this is a dark jacket, I went with some different highlights for his waist and his belt. We're going to go with some white down here at the bottom because this purple is very dark, but that's okay. Get that put together. Okay, and let's see if I can find, so it's interesting. Remember I told you at the beginning, I tried with the 3 little compartments and separating it. That's easier than just having them all piled up here. It's probably also easy to build this as you go. So I wanted to get ahead and make sure that I had them built and not spend the hour cutting the pieces out for you, but to actually have some quality time. Okay. Oh, that's so fun, Ashley. Fred, can you put that up on the screen? I will take a screenshot of that and send it to all the brands that I would like to have sponsor me. I agree, Ashley. They absolutely should come together and sponsor us. Okay, so now let's put his legs together. Same thing on this one that I'm going to do. I'm just going to go ahead and take it down by that little dancing piece that I don't need. So I can put him up here. But this time I'm going to remember just to take the cuffs off of his pants so that it is a good job, isn't it, Ashley? He is doing so good. Fred has just come alongside me and is learning all the things with me. We've got graphic tools, software tools, all the things that we're learning. And my favorite has been that each of the tools has some sort of AI in it that we've been learning to use. Now, I'm not giving up. I'm going to finish this guy as well. I know some people have to go. Some people can stay wherever you're at. You can always watch a replay if you have to go. But I hope you stick around as Klaus comes together, because look at this. He is cute in spades. Okay, epaulets. Let's get that going on. I like knowing what the right word is. And we've got this. All right. Now, another fun live stream that we have planned that I'm extremely excited about is with our baby girl. Ashley has an incredible business that she has built up over the past, I think, 2 years, right, Ashley? 2 years you have been mining and creating with beautiful crystals. Is it 3 years? And she's got the boys interested in it. They love doing it as well, too. Well, we are going to do a simultaneous crafting live stream. So she is going to be putting together one of her pieces of jewelry, and I am going to be putting together a card that she is taking to the market that she's doing this year. And the market in Alberta, northern Alberta, really, really close to BC, has about 30,000 people come to it. And Ashley is bravely going with her beautiful products to help people with their maybe Christmas shopping, that sort of thing, and sell her beautiful crystals. It's called Agelessly Designed. 2 years of being in business. Ashley, can you in the chat put your website so people can see what this is, or whatever's better, your Etsy shop, your website, whatever is the right thing to do. Following her on Instagram as well, because she is doing a great job with her business, and I'm so excited to support her. She's actually taking a number of my cards with her to the market, and we're going to do some gift tags as well. So we are live streaming together. Looking at my calendar, at the end of the month, the last Monday of the month will be our family fiesta, where we're doing our live stream crafting together. So Ashley's going to make a piece of jewelry from her beautiful crystals while I make a card. Okay, so I've got our crown, hat, whatever we want to call this, coming together. And trust me, this is going to come quickly at the end, even though this is all tedious right now. Stick with me. We'll get there. All right. I don't think this would be a pom-pom at the top of his crowning hat, but it could be. All right, so we've got that. Oh, look at him. Oh, he's handsome. Oh, I really love him. Okay, let's give him his crown. So we will have Klaus and Fitz as our Nutcrackers extraordinaire. And I'm going to hold that down. Let's get his boots going on. Boots. What do we need for his boots? The cuffs. I don't need those cuffs. I need his... Oh, we got that one. These little pieces. Almost there, friends. You'll be the awkward one, will you? I don't know. I think you actually are going to be kind of a natural on camera, Ashley. I feel like a person as beautiful as you is going to do just fine. And what I've learned about myself is that apparently I can talk through anything we're doing. So we are absolutely going to have a great time. And I'm going to make sure all your friends come. Okay, so boot number 1. Let's put the silver, because we're matchy-matchy again. Last guy we did gold on his embellishments. This time we're doing some silver. Silver is harder to see against white, I am just learning. And here's another one. Okay, let him just sit down there. All right. A little bit of glue goes a long, long way. So Jackie, I don't know if you're still watching along, but I'm curious. Do you think this is absolutely nuts, or would you make this guy? Because I know you have a beautiful eye for the crafts that you make. My gosh, your watercolor is just gorgeous. And what do I need? His toes on the boots? Yep. So I'm curious if you're still there, Jackie. And if you're not, don't worry. You can always put it in the comments later. Is this one that you would undertake? Because it's a lot of pieces, my friend. Okay, there's a boot put together. Now we need another boot. Praying that I've got all the pieces here. Okay, here's this one. This time I'm going to try the glue on. No, I'm not. It doesn't seem to work that way. I think I need to go here. Okay. Home run stretch. Most intricate die I've ever used. Maybe I'll send this video to Spellbinders and ask them for feedback on what they think about my talking about their product. Would that be a good idea? I think it could be a good idea. We might try it. Okay. All right. Whoo! This is a lot of work, friends. Are you having fun? Because I'm having fun. So I hope you are too. Move that over a little bit. Toe cap going on. A little bit of glue here. Oops, I put that in the wrong spot. That's okay, because we're going to glue. It's not okay. All right, well, we're going to figure it out anyways. It's only paper. We're going to figure it out. Here we go. I think I'm going to take these ones off. Going to put the toe cap on. Okay. Oh, it is okay because the top of the boot gets a cuff. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. Do I have two of those? Here's the other one. All right. So now the white boots are good to go. Here we are. Okay. Speed assembly. So boot number 1. Going on down here. Boot number 2, going over there. Here we go. Here's the other one. He's looking a little taller than I might have meant him to be, but that's okay. Klaus is just a tall man. All right. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, I forgot his hands. Okay, we'll put his face on last. Let's do his hands, quick. So we need beautiful cuffs and little hands. Wrong glue thing I picked up. Okay. Maybe I will start with the hands when I do one of these next, if I do one of these again. And hold that guy down and put him on. Because I will tell you the hands are the hardest because they are really little. Okay, that one's going on there. And next one is this guy. A little bit of glue. I think I'm coming so close to myself that I'm coming off camera. And this guy on. A little bit of glue here. I just heard Fred sigh audibly. I don't know if that means we've just gone too long. Okay. Hold that guy and clamp it down. And now the piece that we've all been waiting for to breathe life into our bearded wonder here. Here we go. He is, oh my gosh, cute. Oh my gosh, cute, you guys. Oh my gosh, cute. I can't be tortured. He needs a little belt buckle that I forgot. So I'm just going to do it. And then I'm going to show you guys what they both look like. And we can all have a merry round of applause for my first holiday video. Here we go. He needs a little more time clamped. No, I need a little more glue behind his, so I'm going to just remove a little more glue behind his beard. Everybody get ready to type ta-da! As soon as I can show you this, let me put this out of the way here. I'm going to let him go. Okay. Get some things out of our way from my craftastrophe. All right. Our inspiration. Fred, can you just put up one of Sherri's overlays again so we can see some of the beauties that she put together? So Sherri is the one who owns Paper Crafters Workshop, who showed me this die and said I would not be sad if I went ahead and got this one, and she is right. This little Klaus we did based on this guy, and it's pretty darn perfect. There are all the different kinds that Sherri did. She's so encouraging and inspiring, I'm telling you. I really, really love that she made it so easy for me to choose something that I could fall in love with. And just because we're in that little space of extra, I put together this card. So it's a top folding card. And what I'm going to do is take closest friend here and just add him to our scene that's already built here. And he will be my first perfect live stream Nutcracker. I keep picking up the wrong glue. And I'm going to show you this card. Now, Lisa and I are taking my cards and her floral designs in Guelph, where we live, to a market this weekend on Paisley. And I have all the information in my Instagram feed, can share it with anybody who's interested. We're so excited to see anybody in town come and be able to see our products and purchase them for their own Christmas needs. All right. So put him under a little bit of weight for a moment here. Let me bring back our original ones and show you. Ta-da! Yay, we did it. So a little bit more than an hour netted me out 2 absolutely beautiful nutcrackers. I feel like this should be against a different color so you can see it better. Here, I'll put it against this color. Look how great they came together. Oh my soul, that beard, the belt buckle. Oh, I just think it's so worth it. So that's that guy. These ones, my friends, I absolutely adore doing jigsaw puzzles, and now I adore doing these great die cuts that make me think of incredible puzzles. And I hope that you have enjoyed hanging out with me this evening, crafting and chatting, so that we can have the opportunity to be together even when we're somewhere else. Thanks for watching today, guys. I look forward to having you watch all my holiday videos.